Hi, my name is Tom Godfrey. I'm going to show you how you can tune your guitar using a clip-on tuner and using an app. Before we get to that though, you need to know the names of the strings and you need to know how you can adjust your strings higher or lower. You need to know the names of your guitar strings so you're tuning each string to the right note. There's an easy way to remember these string names. It's E, A, D, G, B, E, or Ed, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Ed. When you tune a string, it's going to be one of three things. It's either going to be in tune, or it's going to be flat, meaning the note is too low and you need to raise the pitch, or it's going to be sharp, meaning the note is too high and you're going to have to lower the pitch. And you can lower or raise the pitch by adjusting a tuning peg. If the note sounds too high, or in other words it's sharp, you can lower it by turning it clockwise. And that makes the note sound lower. If the note is flat, you turn the tuning peg counterclockwise. And that raises it higher. This is the Guitar Tuner app. It works on both Android and iPhone, and it's free. It shows a front view of the guitar with the string names labeled next to the tuning pegs. The default setting is auto, but I'm going to tune manually. To do that, press the letter of whatever string you want to tune. I like to start with the lowest sounding string, so I'm going to start with the low E. A reference tone is going to play every time I press one of those letters, and then you can go ahead and play the string. The goal is to get the pointer lined up with the red line in the center. If the pointer moves to the left, the string is flat. If the pointer moves to the right, the string is sharp. Now I'm going to tune the low E string. First I press the low E, get the reference tone. You can see it's too high, it means it's sharp. Turning clockwise to lower it. And there it is in tune, lined up with the red line. Next the A. Go ahead and play it, and now it says it's too low, so I'm turning counterclockwise till it lines up with that line. Next the D. The D is too low, so I need to bring that pitch up. And there we go, lined up with the red line. Next we're going to move to the G. G's in tune, so I'm good to go there. Next we have the B, press the B, and then play it. Very low, very flat, so I need to bring that up. And there we go. And then we have one more string to tune. We have the high E string. Press the button. Then play the string. Too high, so I need to bring that down. And there we go. We have an in-tune guitar. Manual mode is a good option when you're first learning how to tune, especially if a string is really off. Once you get used to using the app, you'll probably want to start using it in auto mode to save time. Auto mode is the default setting, but if you're in manual mode, you can turn it back to auto by just touching the auto button at the top right. When you're in auto mode, Guitar Tuner uses the note you're playing to figure out which string you're trying to tune. If a string is so out of tune that it sounds closer to one of the other strings, then you can switch it back to manual mode by touching the letter for the string you're trying to tune. I'm going to play each string while in auto mode. I don't have to touch any of the letters, and since I tuned about 5 seconds ago, this will not take long. So that's how you use Guitar Tuner. Next we're going to talk about how to use a clip-on tuner. This is a clip-on tuner. This is a Snark brand, which is probably the most popular clip-on tuner. There are plenty others out there. What you do is you just clip it on to the end of your guitar, And the tuner is going to sense the vibration of your guitar strings rather than listening through a microphone. I'm going to play the low E string. And that's what it looks like when it's in tune. On this particular type of tuner, you're going for that middle light. So once you see on the snark that little green sliver lighting up, you're good to go. If you only see the red on the left, that means you're flat, you're too low, you need to raise the pitch by turning counterclockwise. And if... Oops, I turned to the wrong note. There we go. If you see the yellow light on the right, you've gone too far, the pitch is too high, you need to lower it by turning clockwise. And just a second ago, I was actually so high, I was on an F. This is why you need to know the names of your strings, because you could be tuning your guitar to a perfectly good F. Your tuner doesn't care what note you're playing, so you have to make sure you're tuning to the right note. And so just watch that display. Another thing to watch out for, I'm going to lower this quite a bit. So it says D, but notice next to the D, there's a little symbol. If you can see it on the screen, it looks like a hashtag. That's a sharp sign. That means I'm playing the note D sharp, not D. So say if you were tuning your actual D string, you want to make sure it only says D, not D sharp next to it. Otherwise, you're going to be tuning to the wrong note. Let me bring this string back to the proper E. There we go. Let's check the A string. So we've gone past that little green sliver, which means we're sharp. We need to lower it by turning clockwise. And you would proceed to check all of your other strings the same way. The tuning of your guitar can change throughout the day depending on the temperature, humidity level, weather, etc. So make sure you tune your guitar every single time you pick it up to play. Make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like to see more guitar tips. And if you have some ideas for videos you'd like to see, just leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.